What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sarah from Sarah Styles here. I went sourcing this weekend. Over 80 items that I sourced. I'm going to show you everything that I got, so stay tuned. Thanks for joining. If you're new here, I am a reseller on PoshMark and on eBay. And then I also have an analytical dashboard, two analytical dashboards. One for all resellers. It looks at your sales, your splits between your sales, your average sale price, your total revenue. It also will break out your PoshMark strategy, so like bundle to offers, or offer to likes, bundles, repeat customers, sales by state. And then I also have an inventory PoshMark dashboard that will look at what is selling well for you. It looks at top categories, top brands, sell-through rates, sizes, subcategories. So you sell shoes, but what kind of shoes are you selling to help you work smarter and not harder? But today I went shopping. I hit up 3 places and it was like ridiculous. So I did the Goodwill outlet bins in Denver, Colorado, and then I hit up 2 other standalone retail thrift stores, a chain here, the Arc thrift stores. They're one of my favorites. I found Burberry. How exciting. My first time as a reseller finding Burberry. I've been thrifting forever and I've seen it before, but I was super stoked that I found it. I am going to go through and show you my haul. My kids are playing nicely, but for the sake of time, I'm going to go through this quickly while they're still playing nicely. I have 80 items to show you. Let's get started. I'm going to start with shoes. I think I got like 40 or 50 pairs of shoes. I went to the Goodwill outlet bins first, and as soon as I got there, they were rolling out shoe bins. And I was like, oh, thank God I got here right when I did, because for shoes, you have to get there right away. I got 3 bags of IKEA shoes at the bins. It was ridiculous. So here you go. These are Coach. Let me see. Can't see. Can you see right there? There's Coach. They're Coach. I grabbed them. I didn't even think twice about these. I didn't look up comps. When I got home yesterday, well, I don't know when I got home, but yesterday I looked up comps on those, and there's one pair on eBay for, I think, like $300. So, yes, please. Thank you. Hello. What is that? Can you see? That's some good old Kate Spade. So the devastating part about the bins is things aren't always together, so you just grab what you can and hope that you can find the pairs. I found another pair of Kate Spade rain boots that I did not find the pairs to. I left it with a friend who shops there as well, Colorado Posh Pal. It's hard to remember the names because I just am used to typing it. But she was there, and so I left all my singles with her. I don't think she found that Kate Spade single, but she did find like a Sam Edelman single that I had left with her. These are cute. They're not actually a brand that I typically pick up. Can you see? There you go. Me too. I picked them up because they're in really good shape. They're a very unique kind of booty style, and I know from my reseller tool, my inventory dashboard, that booties sell well for me. It's definitely booty season. They're in really good shape, and they kind of have like this fur to them with the gold. I thought they were really cute. These I got at the bins. So I shop based off of average sale price. In the sales dashboard, there is a simulator, and I go in and say, this is how much money I want to take, or how much I want to make for the month, and it tells me you need to aim for this average sale price based off of how many items that you normally sell. So that's how I shop. Can I get that sale price out of the item that I buy? I take out the inventory cost and I look at the profit. Is that profit what I need to make the margins? And that kind of helps me because I don't always find good things at the bins, or I don't have time for the bins. I do shop a lot of retail thrift stores, which the prices are going to be a little bit higher, but it's fine because I shop for average sale price. Usually when I shop retail, I'm only purchasing things that are going to sell much higher, if that makes sense. Leave comments down below if you have questions, and what's your favorite item that I got? I think I love them all. Doc Martens. Who doesn't love Doc Martens? Can you see? A little tip for the Doc Martens, if they are made in England, they typically sell faster and higher. These are not, but you know, they're still Doc Martens. So something I'm trying, if you watch my and I'll link it down below, my 2020 video, I am going to try and hone in on shoes and purses because I'm not going to be reselling as much. I'm going to kind of work in supporting the community a little bit more with data analytics, doing more videos, more in the Facebook group. If you have the dashboard, you are part of the Facebook group, and doing more analytics in there and helping support the community to look at their data to work smarter and not harder. So that takes time. I'm not going to be able to be reselling as much. And in doing that, I'm trying to hone in and really work on what sells well for me, and that's shoes, purses, vintage, and then in the winter it's jackets, and in the summer it's dresses. And so I got a lot of shoes. I really honed in on getting lots of shoes. And what I like about shoes, two things. One, so these are Steve Maddens, and you can see in there, most, not all, but most shoes have a name or a style number to look up, and they come up really easily, and it makes listing really easy. And they're also really easy to take pictures of. I have a nice little, I can show you. This is my studio, kind of messy over there, but I have a nice little setup for purses and shoes that I can just go put it there, boom, 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 take pictures, on to the next. I can take pictures of shoes really quickly. So it makes it so I'm more efficient. I can list a lot of shoes and purses, which is why I kind of honed in on that niche as well. Stay tuned to see how it works for me. I always look at my data to see how things work, and business is fluid. Things may change. We'll kind of see how it goes. But these are Steve Madden. I don't always pick up Steve Madden. These were at the bins, and they're platform mule clogs are pretty in right now, kind of a 70s vintage vibe to them. Again, easy to list. I think these are Steve Madden too. So for those of you who have not been to the bins, if you've read about them, sometimes there's like really scary stories, and people are like cutthroat. I have never experienced that at the bins that I've gone to. And these were actually from a guy, and I should have gotten his name. I've seen him there quite often. I'm sure I'll see him again. But he's been reselling on eBay for like 7 or 8 years, and I think he said he has like 7,000 items or something ridiculous. So he was like, these are Steve Maddens, they're super cute, but he's really picky in what he picked up, and he didn't want to deal with them, so he just gave them to me. So the opposite of cutthroat, you can't see, but they're Steve Maddens, combat boots. They're like a greenish gray. They do have a little bit of wear, but you know, they're kind of a rustic, vintagey look anyway. So I have not sold this brand before. Oh, here we go. It's Stuart Wiseman. I have heard good and bad things. I've heard sometimes it sells really high, and sometimes it just sits. So I thought it was my turn to pick it up. These are vintage, so that's why I picked them up, because they are vintage. I love selling vintage, and they were a very reasonable price. I got these at the retail thrift store standalone, but it was a sale day, so they were on sale. And I really liked them, and gold metallic is really in right now, so I got those as well. Speaking of gold metallics, how amazing are these? These are Cole Haan. I had to look it up, or if you know, leave a note below if that Cole Haan is a vintage label. It doesn't look like what I normally see. So maybe it's vintage, or maybe it's a newer label. But again, in here they have a style number, made of leather. These are Ben's finds as well. These look like they have like never been worn. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, maybe a little bit on the soles. Jeffrey Campbell, thank you. His platforms, he has some really crazy platform heels. I sold a really cool suede pair. They go between 50 and 100 depending on the style and how sought after they are. These are rain boots. They don't have a label on them, and they actually might be broken. I'll have to look. Yeah, they might be broken. So I may not sell these, but we'll see. They don't have a brand, but I thought, so I don't usually pick up stuff without a brand unless it's vintage, or I think I can really do it with the SEOs. And these are rain boots, you know, with a paisley floral pattern. I thought I could probably easily pick up the SEOs on that, but they may be broken, so I'll have to look. I'll have to see if it's broken or it just needs to be strapped in. 9 West. So 9 West, I got these at the bins, otherwise I wouldn't have paid up for them. Size 7.5. 2 reasons I picked these up: easy to photograph. 9 West sells fairly consistently for me, just not at a super high price, which is fine. They're easy to photograph, and then based off of my inventory dashboard, I know these are size 7.5, I think. I think I just saw that. Yeah, size 7.5. So they're 9 West. Size 7.5, and based off of my inventory dashboard, size 7.5 to like 9.5, 10 has the highest sell-through rate for me. So when it's something that I'm like iffy about, I look at the size to see if I think it'll sell. How ridiculous is this haul so far? And I still have so much more. Steven, can you see that? Oh, let's see this way. Steven. There you go, Steven. These are also a size 8, so on my inventory dashboard tells me it's a good size. They look like they've hardly been worn. I picked up a lot of boots and booties, and even if they sell lower, you know, they're a little bit lower than I'm wanting, it's the season right now, and I picked them up. Speaking of booties, how amazing is that? Like, seriously. It's like that vintage style. They have the brand, the name in them. They're called the Fajera. And they're earthies, which I don't know if I looked at the comps for these or not. But this detail was just too cute. I could not pass it up. And again, they look like they have, I mean, they're in great shape. What did I tell you? Golden metallics. Super in right now. Gold metallic booties. Look at that back zipper. Amazing. These are called 815. I don't know the brand. I didn't even look up the comps because this gold metallic is in right now. They have a Vero Cuyo bottom, which means, I don't know the exact translation. It means leather sole, which means typically is a nicer brand. And then they're also leather on the upper. So I know that they're a good, well-made brand. And I loved, oh, and look at that heel. Can you see? Oh, it's so cool. Sperry. I have not sold Sperry's before. I've heard that Sperry boots, can you see? I've heard that Sperry boots sell well, and they were at the bins. So I picked them up. They are also a size 8, which is, so I was like, I don't know. And then I looked at the size, and it's booty season. Booties, ankle boots, booties, and boots have the highest sell-through rate for me, as well as size 7.5 to 9.5. And these are a size 8, and they are made of leather. So I thought it was worth picking up. These are BOC, which don't sell at a super high price, but I really liked how they're like this embossed leather, and they're in pretty good shape. Something I also consider when picking stuff up is how much time am I going to have to spend cleaning it. I loathe cleaning. Like, loathe it. I have a house cleaner for my house because I hate it so much, and so I don't really want to be doing it with my shoes. Some things I'll do if it's really going to be worth the price, but I don't buy a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things that I put back that I'm like, I don't want to clean that. These were in pretty good shape. I just had to wipe them down. These, honestly, I went back and forth on. They're Michael Kors. So they're Michael Kors. I went back and forth. These I got at the retail thrift store. So I did, I didn't pay bins prices for them. Comps were all over the place. Michael Kors, I do fairly okay with his bags, but shoes, anything else is kind of hit or miss. I got them because they're metallic. Metallic is very in right now. Look at these. Like, do you see that? I didn't even look at what brand these are. I'm going to show you. But when I decided to purchase them, I did not. I saw that heel, and they look like, they've never been worn. They are actually Calvin Klein, which is a decent brand. You can't see in there. But they're Calvin Klein, and they're also a size 8. 9 West, like I said, 9 West is hit or miss. Flats are going to sell a little bit cheaper, but why did I pick these up? New attacks at the bins. Tell me I didn't have a good day at the bins. These cowboy boots, I'm starting to get a little into cowboy boots. They're kind of exciting because they're made of some really cool fabrics. And I'm learning ostrich. I got a pair in my last haul that were ostrich. I've sold a pair of ostrich. They sold in one day for over $100. These are I'm going to have to do some research. I'm still learning. But so if you know a lot about cowboy boots, leave notes down below. These, I think, are Stingray, which is going to be a higher value boot. I looked up comps, and they're called El Dorado Comps for these were between like 75 and 150, I think. So, yes, please. These are Ariat. They do have, I mean, I cleaned them up a little bit, but they do still have a little bit of wear. But they're really nice, and I bought them because of the detailing and the embroidery on them. Yeah, so it says Ariat in there. These are Lucky Brand. Lucky Brand. So Lucky Brand, I mean, these will probably sell for like $30. Not some of my higher shoes that I bought, but they are boots, and they're size 10. So it was right on the cusp of my high sell-through rates, but they were a good price, and they're in really good shape, kind of a good brand. Lucky sells pretty quickly. These, I saw these at the bins, and I was like, oh, Kate Spade, right? So excited that they might be Kate Spade. They are not. But they are really cute with a bow. They are unbranded, which, like I said, I don't always pick up unbranded, but I thought rain boots with a bow would be easy to do SEOs on, and they're in really good condition. Sam Edelman riding boots. So I don't pick up Sam Edelman a lot. If you follow a lot of resellers, Sam Edelman is like all over the place, and it depends on your strategy. I think it sells, people buy it, but I don't think it sells at as a high of an average sale price as I usually like, especially at retail thrift stores. A lot of the thrift stores around me know them, and they'll price them high, and so I can't make a good profit. These, however, were tall riding boots, and they're in really good shape. I didn't have to do a whole lot to them, and I think they were a good size. Yeah, I'll have to look up the size. Hello. Yes, please. I will take some Uggs all day, every day. These, I think, were at the bins, actually. The tall classics. Again, another pair of Sperry's. These were at the bins. Booties. I was like, I'm going to try them. I haven't tried Sperry's before. I have an 80-20 rule. So 80% of things that I know that work for me, and then that 20% is kind of where I try new things, where I'm learning and growing. So I know that I always have that baseline of what is going to work, and then I can kind of meddle with things and see how they work if it's something that I'm going to continue to do. Try, new brands that I haven't tried before. Donald Pliner. I actually sold a pair of his boots, and these are like a Western cowboy. Can you see? They sold a little bit lower than I was hoping, but these were at the bins. They're in really good shape. They have the name in them, again, a size 8. I'm noticing a lot of these are a size 8, and I'm wondering, so do you make up in your mind the story of like where these come from? And in my mind, there's a lot of size 8 boots that someone was like, it's after Christmas, I got a lot of stuff for Christmas, I'm going to get rid of all my stuff. Well, thank you very much, lady, because I'm loving it. Another pair of boots. These are amazing. And I actually didn't know, the guy that gave me those Steve Maddens told me what brand. So always be nice and courteous with other resellers. Most people are like really nice. You can't see in there. It's kind of wore off. So I asked him, he's been doing it for 8 years, 7 or 8 years. I was like, does that look familiar to you? And he told me Isos, I think, or something. I'll look it up. I wrote it down. Platform boots. Oh my God. Those Harley Davidson riding boots. Amazing. These were at a retail thrift store. Harley Davidson, I've read, does really well. I've sold 1 or 2 pairs in the past, but never men's. And I looked up comps. Comps were pretty good, and they were for a reasonable price. Danskos, I'm kind of hit or miss on Danskos. I didn't used to pick them up, and I still don't pick up a lot, but these were at the bins, and they do tend to sell okay. Again, super easy to take pictures of. Bins prices, I couldn't say no. Look at these boots. You want to take a guess what brand these are? So at the bins, you kind of just have to grab stuff, right? And I was like, that looks like a nice boot. That looks like a nice boot. And then I'm going through all of my stuff, 3 bags full of stuff to figure out what I have. And I was like a kid in a candy store. I saw these and I was like, oh, those look like nice boots, right? And then how excited was I when I saw that they were nice boots? They're Uggs. And they're not the normal style Uggs too, which usually means that they're going to sell higher. And look at these amazing boots. Amazing. These are Sam Edelman. You see, Sam Edelman. Let me see what size. Let me guess. Size 8. Size 8. It's one lady. One lady got rid of all of her shoes, and I am very thankful to her. Let's see what else. These are, okay, so these are Stuart Wiseman. They are Booties, size 8. I'm going to try them. We're going to see how they do. Boots seem to be doing better than other ones. And my kids are kind of winding down. So I'm going to do a shoe haul, and then I'll come back and do a clothing haul. So, can you see? These are Echo. Echo boots. I've sold one pair before. They sold in 2 days on eBay for like $80. And I have a friend who sells on eBay and says that they always do really well on eBay. On the Bay. Rachel Zoe, platform heels, platform mules, Coach. Little Coach flats aren't going to sell quite as high, but they will sell. 9 West platform boots. I'm going to guess a size 8 again, right? Yep, size 8. I'm telling you, I got like this whole ladies' closet. It's crazy. Frank Sarto. I don't usually pick these up, but they were in good shape, and I kind of like the detailing of them. And when I've sold Frank Sarto in the past, it sells fast. So if it's going to sell lower, I'll pick it up if I think it's going to sell fast. I think that's most of it. This I actually have not heard of, and I'm going to look it up. It's called Kurt Geiger of London. They look like they're in super nice shape, hardly been worn. I'm also going to guess they're a size 8 from that same lady's closet. And then these I actually, Geox, I hadn't heard of these, but they're in really good shape, and they still have the paper on the inside. So whoever had these took really good care of them. I think that's my entire shoe haul. My kids, I can hear them upstairs starting to like rustle around and cause trouble. So I'm going to call it a day for shoes, but definitely make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram as well to see, let me show you, the rest of my haul. Some purses, shoes, jackets, and here they come. I found Marc Jacobs. I found Burberry. I found Adriana Papel. Lots of good vintage. Marmot. Hi, baby bear. What did I tell you? He is right there. It's right at nap time. So I'm going to call it a day here, but definitely make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram to see the rest of my haul.